following is a Learfield presentation of the Washington State Sports Network.
He buries it. The Cougs have taken the lead. This place is going to pop off.
This is the Cougar Basketball Hour.
I think there's just an expectation level in the program.
Feel good about our talent. Really like our guys.
That's left, slices right. Hammer time. Right down the center of the pipe.
Pride in being a Cougar.
Right side, Mullins wants the three. Connects. Jay Mullins. Ball ahead to Jones. Catches. Rises. Hammer time. Right-handed flush and a flex.
This is the Cougar Basketball Hour on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. Tonight's show is brought to you by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Zeppo's, where the Palouse comes to play and eat. Here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
It is that time of the week. We got a packed house here at Zeppo's. There is energy in the air, Coach. It's electric here at Zeppo's and on the Palouse and Pullman. There's a pattern here to this show. You keep winning, Coach. There's just
helps.
a lot of winning that's going on.
It helps.
A whole lot. Cougs are ranked 18th in America. Congratulations. You have tied the all-time regular season pack wins total for a year. Congratulations on that. You have 14 pack wins. That's been done 2 other times.
Wow.
Ever. 23-7. 23 is the third most ever in program history. The most in the modern era is 24. And then the most ever was 25, and that was back in 1917.
Wow.
That's when that happened. So congratulations on.
There's still some room on this runway.
Apparently so. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Fred Bowler said. Fred Bowler, had it really rocking there.
They did.
Hey, congratulations for real.
Thank you.
It's just fantastic. 15-1 at home now. We need to recap, and happily we'll recap these LA ball games. The atmosphere in Beasley Thursday and Saturday. It was loud.
No, it was awesome. It was really, like I said, going into this year, kind of saw how our season was finishing, and I thought we'd have a great chance to have some great crowds. And I got to be honest, we're in a little better shape than even I had hoped. I thought so. It's been a great run. Our guys have been great about it, and they've just responded well to the crowds. I mean, I've had coach teams where we get crowds and maybe a little nervous. We've got off to rough starts, but we've been really poised and kept competing.
You made a really funny joke once. On the record, this was not an off-air joke. This was an on-air joke. You were in. You went from 2-wall gyms to 3-wall gyms to 4-wall gyms.
Yeah,
that's as loud as an arena. I mean, that was really loud in Beasley. Like in the hierarchy, in the pantheon of your.
No, these are 0-wall gyms.
Right, that's a good point. These are no-wall gyms. Right, the inverse.
I started with the 4.
The 4-wall.
Got to the 2, and then I got to an arena.
That's what I meant.
0-wall.
I flipped it. I
That's all right. That's all right.
But the spirit of that remains the same. Holds true. Beasley. I mean, McHale was really loud, but I don't know. I think Beasley might have been louder.
I've been saying that. I said Beasley's loud when it's half full. It's just the visual isn't. Right. It's all concrete, man. It's loud.
Is that what it is?
I think so. Look at the seats. I mean, I think they're acoustically.
It's awesome.
There's no padding there, and there's nothing soft about it. It is hard and cold.
Echo.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's great. It really is an awesome basketball environment. USC 75-72. Give me your immediate knee-jerk recollections from the win over the Trojans.
All I can remember is Jalen hitting another 3.
Yeah.
To take it from 1 to 4.
Yeah.
We just and a lot of Collier trying to stop him was not easy, and I was glad to see that he put 31 on the Huskies.
He's
2 days later.
He's a really good ball player.
Yeah, he's a handful. But and they played really hard. They've been when I saw them for that game, they beat UCLA pretty handily at UCLA, and the game was really, as you might know, it was very physical, both teams. And Collier's been, since he's gotten back, he's been just a difference maker, and they're kind of dangerous team right now.
Wells stepped into that 3 with such confidence.
He's a believer. He doesn't doubt himself, nor should he. He puts the time in, puts the work in, and it's a great quality. And someone asked me that. I think we have several guys that are not afraid of the moment, will step up, have made big shots all year. I think Andre made a huge one. UCLA were down 3, maybe to tie it, and it's like, coach a long time. Those are the ones you're down 3. It's kind of not going the right way, and that doesn't go in. Now the momentum swings, and now you got to get a stop. But it seems like we've been able to come up with big shots and big times.
You mentioned a will to win, that the team has this will to win. From where is that derived?
The head coach.
Absolutely.
I mean, come on.
Absolutely.
Like I said.
Good answer.
I need to be working with better talent. I mean, that's all I can say on this.
Broadcast talent.
I meant broadcasting talent for sure.
Yeah.
But no, they're special. It's like we do talk about the best form of leadership is when it comes from them, and when it's really good is when it's our job to set the bar, the expectations. Here's how we do things. And when they embrace it and start doing it, and they build their confidence and they really trust one another, then it's kind of keep me out of the way a little bit. And that's kind of how it feels a little bit. Just kind of sit back and watch the ride. And they got a good thing going.
When you first got here, one of the things, this is years ago, you were talking about how in your practice setup you've got the point allocation for different things that are out of the box score. And in the games now, when you're progressing earlier than normal this year in terms of the team evolution and success, you're kind of ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Do the guys kind of know, all right, let's run this now at this point? Like when you get in the huddle, you go, all right, we're going to run X, Y, or Z, and they go, yeah, we know that already. We know it. Okay, got it. We know what to do.
This year's been pretty simple. Throw it to Isaac. I just make sure Isaac gets in some such, and I mean that seriously. Like we do, kind of. Obviously, Miles big impact. So a lot of times they'll deny Isaac, then we're setting the ball screen. So it just getting him the ball in certain situations, especially lately, how they've been really trying to take it out of his hands, double team and that stuff. But and when you have bigs like that, it is more about the deal's been get the ball as close to the basket as possible, whether it's penetration or post feed, and then we get the defense to collapse and kick it out shot. We haven't shot as many threes, and we've been more purposeful about that. We don't turn the knock on wood. We've been turning over a little bit. We finally got back against UCLA. When we don't turn the ball over and we get on the glass, we are really hard to beat. It hasn't been about X's and O's. It's been about let's this just play purposeful.
Well, but would X's and O's have anything to do with not turning the ball over?
A little bit, but it's especially because we're little light ball handlers. That Miles is really. He's more of a scorer, too, and that stuff. But Andre and Jalen really never turned it over. And that's a great thing. Then Oscar and Isaac are good with the ball, too. So, and Kamani coming off the bench. And Isaiah doesn't turn it over either.
Right.
As a freshman, that's really impressive.
Yeah. Kamani would have, as of last week, and I need to check before Thursday, he would have led the league in assisted turnover ratio.
Oh, wow.
If he qualified.
Yeah.
The qualification bar is actually really high.
I'm sure it is.
Because he should, it was like
fair.
67-20 was his assisted turnover ratio. It's really
awesome.
good. Yeah.
Which is, he's about like even last year. 1-1.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's, like I said, there's another turn for him to make big progress moving forward. Hopefully this year it's never too late, but that's kind of the steps you have to take. Like, understand when a guy goes like that, his first year he was like 50 assists, 50 turnovers, then he flips it to 67-20 turnovers. He's going to get more confident, doing more things, and it's neat to see guys improve like that.
He's been battling too. I know he wasn't really 100%. He was kind of sick for a week or two.
Yeah, no, both him and Isaac.
Yeah.
I think they're more healthy. They definitely are. They didn't get to practice last week. We're lucky to have them, and they did a good job. You
beat UCLA 77-65. You held them to one field goal over a 9-minute stretch in the second half. Basically a quarter of the ball game. When it counted most late, they got one field goal. The defense just totally clamped down.
That's what's been awesome. We've had a couple games like that. Stanford was that, where we got down the first half. We wanted to get out of that habit. But being able to close teams out with your defense is pretty important. I mean, UCLA just went to really trying to isolate Dylan Andrews in the middle of the floor and attacking our ball screen coverage. And he hurt us early for sure. And we gave us some uncharacteristic threes in the first 10 minutes of the game. But I think they had 4 in the first 10 minutes.
They were up pretty big early.
Oh, yeah.
UCLA
was 16-4 or something like that. And they were throwing haymakers and making shots. So it was a double. They came in there. I told their guys that, I said they're going to come in here one of two ways. They got their butts kicked by Washington. I heard, they heard that Cronin jumped them pretty hard in the locker room. They're either going to crawl up and go home, or they're going to come out swinging, and they came out swinging.
Literally. There were two bloody lips.
Two bloody lips.
No fouls called in either, by the way.
No. And I was like. And they were holding you on every drive and everything. They purposely keep, whatever. They're just going to be physical. I know that's a method to get your team motivated. Let's pick a fight and see if they back down. And I thought we were a little wide-eyed there, and but we returned we hung in there and started swinging back a little bit.
So I was doing a game, and the player interview. It wasn't a Cougar game. Player came over after the game. This is on the air, so I guess I can say who it was and where it was. But he goes, yeah, our coach at halftime told us to foul every play, all 5 guys, and then for 4 minutes till the under 16, we'll just see what they call, and then we'll go from there. That was the scheme. Now I'm not saying that was UCLA, but it felt like that.
That's also known as the Big 12 in general. That according to Coach Shaw, when he coached, he said basically when he was at Oklahoma, he said we're really physical and they're not going to call everything. That was it. And the return fires, they don't either. Both teams. So the refs got to make a decision. Are we going to call everything or nothing?
Right.
And I think they settle in the Big 12. They settle on nothing. Yeah, I think that's legit. And I talked to one of the officials. I said, "This is getting ridiculous. They're fouling." And I go, "This isn't John Wooden's UCLA team.
No,
and I said, this
goodness.
Is not.
No,
this is a football. This is a
it's a Mick Cronin Cincinnati team.
Yes, it is, and that's what he knows. And
Mick Cronin Cincinnati teams would come into the lane in the Big East and get 5 guys long, real tight, just throw it at the rim, and then 5 guys will go get it and then tap it in. They play in the 60s, super tough.
They're not even some of these UCLA teams haven't been. They're more skilled in that, but he really quarter-court defense is usually very good. They're really stout, and then even the offense, they don't zip the ball around. They get there, they find their mismatch, like with Jaquez. That ice on the low post and the elbow, and then they play a little pick and roll with Tiger in the pass. Or it wasn't like the ball's just zipping around. They do a few things, but they never turn it over. They're more obsessed about it than Jim Shaw, which is saying a lot.
Saying something.
Saying a lot. So it's just again, you win the glass, you don't turn it over. They just pretty good about just giving themselves the best chance to win normally. They're just kind of on those edges, those margins. But
now I will say this against UCLA.
Let me hear this.
The Bruins did not win the glass.
No.
The Cougars won the glass. We smashed them. Plus 15. Yeah.
We were
smashed them.
We were great on the glass. It was and even it was just
16 offensive boards.
Yeah, that was big time.
I mean, that's hammer time.
Yes, it was.
That's great.
And they're shockingly not that good a rebounding team for the season, which I was just look at them like they should be good.
Well, Adem Bona is not their leading rebounder.
And he's not a great rebounder.
Stefanovic leads them in rebounding.
It's really weird. He doesn't.
And he's a shooter. It's interesting.
No, and Bona's awesome defender.
Yeah.
Great shot blocker. Great athlete.
Yeah.
Really long.
Tracy Murray, the radio analyst, former pro, he said some of the shot block efforts pull him away from boards. But still.
He just doesn't have a knack. I don't know. That's just something. There's something there that I don't know. It's surprising. Usually, like Ruben is the opposite.
He gets every board.
He gets. I mean, he just has a great knack for. He's actually not quite as skilled as Bona, but that's a good one for Ruben to kind of. He's a different player, though, because I think he's always going to rebound and block shots. I'm not even sure Bona's that good. He's a pretty good shot blocker.
He's a pretty good shot blocker.
They usually go hand in hand.
By the rate. Yeah, usually they go together. Yeah.
Rebounds and shot blocks usually go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So I noticed that he's like 5.1 rebounds a game. I'm like, that's interesting. But that's a good one for Ruben. They're both Nigerian by birth. And then Bona moved to Turkey.
Not bad.
Yeah, just to play like young professional league or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But his mom wanted him to get the best coaching he could, and he did that, and he found his way to same high school as Muhammad. Wow. They played together, and he's gotten better. He's working at it.
Well, you got the best of him for sure. 77-65, 27 points from Jalen Wells.
Yeah.
Tied his career high. He has 27 this year against Arizona and UCLA.
Yeah.
Both in wins. He was 10 for 10 from the free throw line. It's a great story you told about him practicing free throws after last game.
Day of the game, he missed 2 late against USC, and we made everyone sweat it out where we had to get a stop, and they got 2 good looks at 3. Could have sent it. I was already in my mind. I was like, we're going to overtime, start preparing myself mentally, and we were lucky we got the stop. And then the next morning, I went in there at the treadmill, and Jalen's at the foul line working on his free throws, and just how he doesn't say much. He's
pretty quiet.
He's very quiet, and he lets his work and his actions speak for themselves. And neat to see a guy like that have success.
Before we move on to we've got tons of questions, we're loaded up and continuing conversation. USC game, Isaiah Watts. 18 points, 5 of 6 from 3. 28 minutes, just a career game for Isaiah Watts. Won the ball game for you.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had 2 freshmen. That's what is neat about this team. Ruben, we don't win the game at Arizona without Ruben with a double-double, and we're not beating SC without Isaiah really stepping up. And what a fearless guy. And he played really well. He just fouled out against UCLA. Couldn't keep him in the game, but he just has a certain confidence. He's been doing it. It's hard for me a little bit with a young guy, but he's kind of done it all year. And some of those, he's a little volatility with offense.
Yeah,
and he's not afraid. So it's like on the road, I'm a little hesitant to just let him out there. But he played well against Arizona State, and he really played well at home the last 2 games. So that's 3 in a row. And you need that emerging talent, and keep coming, Isaiah.
At U.S. Bank, we know when you invest in a community, the community invests in you. We're committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of our customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. We'll take a break, come back, talking ball here with the 18th-ranked Cougs, taking on the Huskies here on Thursday, final game of the regular season.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
The tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On Pac-12 Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/Pac-12 Sports.
This is the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of Washington State Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more college and pro sports, shows, movies, and news on over 350 live TV channels. Stream it live on your TV, phone, and other devices. No cable required. The best part? You can try Fubo free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FuboTV.com.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show.
Drives in and hammers a baseline rocket.
Live from Zeppo's with Cougar head coach Kyle Smith, here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
Back here live at Zeppo's, we are talking ball with Coach Smith. Great Zeppo's crowd for what is a bittersweet moment here. It's great to see everybody, but it is our last show of the year. It's amazing. I know, yeah, isn't it great? So we'll hold this up for the camera. This was our most elaborate question of the year.
Yeah.
And it comes with artwork, and it even comes with coloring.
That's impressive.
It's fantastic. For those,
did you do this?
I did not. I wish I could take credit for it. I did not. I did not take credit for it. One of the great Coug here in attendance.
That's great.
So
That's trivia time, isn't it?
You know what? We're going to add it in right now. It's not, and I just don't. Now that I've shown it, I don't want to wait. If you write in a question, we ask the question. You know.
I gotcha. I'm not sure to scale with this. I'm not sure if this is to scale.
Probably
so it's
not.
a little misleading.
Might be. Yeah.
So I'm going to disqualify this if I miss it.
Yeah, that's fine. Look, you don't need to prove anything. You're all good. You know.
Okay. Maybe it's a question for you to answer.
Well, I know the answer because she showed me where the answer's held.
Darn it.
So it's not really fair.
I don't like missing.
I would have gotten it wrong for what it's worth. I wouldn't have known. It is interesting.
Is this multiple choice?
We can make a multiple choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about we'll do that. Okay, so there's a question. So for those listening on radio, I have an 8.5 by 11 piece of. Oh, yeah, okay, we'll go music. That's great. We'll go music early. Well done, Luke. Okay, I have an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper with a hand-drawn Earth, which is colored in, and then an arrow to the moon, which is penciled.
I have a number in my mind, but I'm waiting for my multiple choice.
Question is, how many Earth diameters between Earth and moon? Your first A is 10, B is 30, C is 100.
The number I had was 100.
Okay.
That was not right. That's the number I had. I can't go away from the number I had. You gave me an option.
Luke, give him a buzzer, please.
I'll take the buzzer.
30. It is 30 Earths, approximately.
There's no way. I literally thought 100.
Yeah.
So when you said 100,
sorry,
if I missed it, I would have hated myself.
Right.
I had no idea.
Well, you did great.
I had no clue. I was one of the three answers.
You did great. Yeah.
My answer was one of the three.
238,000 miles, approximately 30 Earths.
That's wild. See, I was going, how many moons?
Yeah, how many Earths?
That's that. Hold on. See, no, exactly. No, the other way, No, that's right.
You got that. You got it.
No, I really got that. Really got that. Yeah.
You can bring him up, Luke. You can give him a little. Makes him feel better. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So I think it was how many moon diameters between the Earth and the moon. So that's why I obviously guessed more. Now you did. It happens.
I love this show.
This
is just so fun. It's great. You can't.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
What's next? What do we got?
Questions for Coach. Write-in questions. Basketball questions for you. What are the pros and cons of getting a first-round bye?
The pros are you're rested. Again, you got a team that's played the night before. The cons are they sometimes can be in a little bit of a groove and feel, they're used to the court and they got some momentum because they won the night before. And you don't know where your team is. It's going to be a week. We got a week in between, which is, good, can be bad. We'll see.
Would you rather? Yeah, good point. Because Saturday's off, so you go Thursday.
I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Don't tell the listeners. Yeah. I haven't had that first round bye too often.
Yeah.
So I don't really.
Not really sure.
I don't have a lot of experience here, brother.
That's great.
So I'll let you know.
That's great. Would you rather win? Would you rather?
Yeah.
Win a regular season conference championship or a tournament championship? Conference tournament championship.
And I'd rather win the conference. I mean the regular season. Yeah, 20 games is a much bigger test. I know with today's day, you got the bubble, and they're talking about who's in and who's out, but it's a much bigger accomplishment. How many times has it been done at Washington State? Yeah, none. So, I don't know if we won the conference tournament either, but no. So either way, but
in fairness, for what it's worth to Coach Raveling, Coach Sampson, they didn't have a tournament.
The Pac-12 didn't have it.
Pac-12 didn't have a tournament. There's a little blip where they had it, and then it went away, and now it's back. So
forget that. You're talking about winning 3 games or 4 games versus over a 20-game schedule being the best team. That's obviously a much harder task. So that would, and we're still alive for that. So
yes, you are.
As I said, it feels like I told someone it felt like when I coached the Ivy League. The goal was because we didn't have a conference tournament,
right?
So it was survival. It was just like survive in advance every weekend. If you got to the last weekend and you're still alive for the championship, that's a great season. If you got that opportunity, and we got there my last year, I think we were in the hunt, and Yale knocked us out or whatever. We're down to the final game that we needed some help from someone else, but we had beaten Yale in that. So, and it's 6 weeks of back-to-backs. It's tough. So the grind's real in this league too. 20 games, So we're just knowing we're down to 1 left, and I've scouted them already. I'm kind of and there's not something on the backside of it. Is just kind of a relief. Okay, I don't know how we'll play, but we'll be prepared, not worried. Because the second those games end on Thursday, you're already
next
moving on. Yeah, you got to be.
It's kind of weird to have you've got a big gap before it and then nothing after it. It feels almost like a football game week, right? It's like a Thursday kickoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I know.
It's really fun. In all your time as a coach, this is a hard question. It's fun question, but a hard question. In all your time as the Cougar coach.
The Cougar coach.
Cougar coach. Who's your all-time starting 5?
Well, let's see. I go Rice, Wells, Jakomowski, Jones. That was not that tricky.
That's great.
They're pretty good.
That's great. You're an obvious Coach of the Year candidate. What are some of the decisions you made that you'll look back at and think, that was pretty good. That's a pretty good coaching move.
You know what? That's a great question. That I always said that got a great staff. That starting there. I mean, Coach Sean are the only two from the get-go.
Yeah,
so I have the back, but Coach Hunter. And I mean that I always feel good about our staff and have great relations. But this one's really, it's just been very easy that way. And this group's been easy to coach, and that's both responsibility both sides. But and then we had. I'd say one thing that we went through, really worked hard this summer, and we had an opportunity to add a guy late August, and he's talented. And I just felt like this group really liked each other. They worked hard, and it's like, you know what? I don't want to risk. It's just hard. We already had 9 new faces or something like that, whatever it was. Didn't want to, and it's hard because you never want to be short on talent. And I know he was a talented player. And I was like, you know what? Let's play the hand we have. These guys have worked hard, and I'd say it's worked out.
Felt good about it.
Yeah, it's worked out. So that's I've done it the other way, and it hasn't worked out. So we did it, and that's probably just that helps on the chemistry. And like I said, this new age, like getting the team to get to where they need to get to as quickly as possible is important, and that would have kind of set us back. And the talent versus the chemistry felt more important.
Yeah, you had to redo the mixture a little bit there when Yesufu was down too. Yeah,
yep,
that was hard.
And I was an experienced guy, but it's like Isaiah's kind of the one logical one, just the quickness and shooting ability and that stuff, and that was downsides. Like Joseph's done it at a pretty high level, and he'd be able to do it. But it's neat to see Isaiah actually just come in there and win us a game.
Great. Period. What are you most proud of so far this year from Mary Schneider, great Coug? You should be proud of a lot of things.
I'm bored. I don't know. I guess that the Arizona road one was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm very boring. I was like, gosh, dang, this just their willingness to put the team above all else has been phenomenal. But that's
no joke either. Like Isaac Jones seems totally happy to give up. Like, he could take some shots he's not taking. He's passing out of double teams instead of shooting over him.
That or he just mumbles. He's just quietly.
He is a quiet guy.
He's a quiet guy. He might just mumble.
He's just not. We don't know he's unhappy about it, but he's quiet.
I know. I tease him all the time. It's like when he was sick, I go, you look the same. I was like, you never. I mean, he's we like to say there's Miles and there's Isaiah. They're just high energy dudes, and then there's Isaiah. Isaac.
Yeah.
Flatliner.
Yep.
But very consistent. You got it though. He doesn't. Man, they're all pretty good that way. That's a unique trait of any team. We've had success, but like I said, we've had a lot of guys make big shots, and Miles wants to take every one of them. That's no secret.
Yeah.
But he's been good about like Jay. He's great. They're all great, and that's not always the case with a team. And we had a team a couple years ago. We had guy took a shot, another guy was mad. That doesn't help our team.
Coug fans remember, of course, Jalen had that incredible start in Gill Coliseum.
Yes.
He was perfect before halftime and had the Cougs right there because it really was a solo act, right?
Yeah.
And he came out, was quieter in the second half. Clearly the Beavers were doing their thing on him, and he passed it off. Cougs win the game. And Eggs asked him, said, hey, and Eugene, hey, you didn't do anything in the second half. Like, how'd you feel about that? This was after a win. He goes, he's quiet. He goes, it's no big deal. It just wasn't my turn that half.
Yeah.
Just somebody else's turn.
I think it's genuine. I think that's what I said. It's not something I have to coach. It's just kind of like he's fine. I've talked about our style of play. People ask it. So we're just kind of a counterpuncher. We're gonna take what the defense gives us, and they were playing zone and mixing up. I'd already say the first half, and Jalen, we were not playing well, and he just bailed us out. And then obviously people make adjustments at halftime. They put Akano on him. Made it hard for him to catch, and other guys stepped up. And I think Yaki is the one that ended up, finishing that deal up there.
Yeah, he's been just a warrior too.
No question.
Coach Dickert mentioned that he loved being able to get to his son's game after getting off work in 8 minutes. What are some of your favorite things about living in Pullman?
He hit number one.
Yeah.
No traffic.
Pullman traffic?
No traffic.
Pullman traffic's my favorite Pullman complaint.
Yeah. I love that. And then there's this place in town where you can gamble.
Yeah.
You can bowl.
That's great.
You sports bar.
That's great.
Grab a beer.
Zappos.
And you got an arcade.
It's great.
Pretty cool.
It is cool.
I tell my buddies back home, I said, yeah, it's one-stop shopping. Everything. All your vices, get them done.
When game day was here in 2018.
Oh, yeah.
And they had Stanford Steve in the live hit in the RV lot.
Yeah.
He's live, and he goes to Scott Van Pelt. He goes, Scott, you're not going to believe where they've got Mike Leach. There's a card room and a bowling alley. It's the greatest place. This is the most incredible place I've ever been.
It's pretty special. It's
awesome.
pretty special.
It's awesome. Earn your bragging rights in Northern Quest. More slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. We are live here at Zeppo's Talking Ball. We got more questions on social media. We'll have trivia coming up. We're live here. Final game of the regular season coming up Thursday against the Huskies in Beasley.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and, of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
Back after this local timeout on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Do you ever pay attention to overhead power lines? If you're like most people, you don't, but you should, especially when you're working up on a roof or carrying a ladder outdoors. Kids who climb trees and fly kites and adults with drones need to watch out for power lines too. And on the off chance that you find a downed power line, stay at least 10 feet away and quickly call 911 and Avista. Always pay attention to power lines. It's your best line of defense. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
The Clearwater River Casino and Lodge proudly supports Washington State University Athletics, the premier venue for events and entertainment, located 4 miles east of Lewiston, Idaho. Come hit the jackpot with us, with over 600 gaming machines, saltwater pool, restaurant, and giant screens in the Stadium Sports Bar. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe, our hospitality is legendary. Stay, play, and get away with the Clearwater River Casino. Go Cougs!
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Floats up to three, got it. Drives in, dunks it down, an exclamation point.
With Coach Smith, here's Matt Chazanow.
Back here live at Zeppo's Talking Ball with Coach Smith. Cougs ranked 18th in the nation. Great crowd here at Zeppo's. As always, Washington State takes on Washington on Thursday. We've got questions on social media. And let's see, it's C-O-A-C-H-D-I. Coach Jake Dickert.
Coach Jake Dickert
is tuning in, has chimed in here.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
This is such a Coug Pullman thing that the head football coach contribute as a fan to the basketball show.
No question.
I love it. I love Coach Dickert. Coach Dickert asks, Coach Dickert let you use Jack Wilson for a season.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Do you think you could reciprocate and he could use Big Ruben to rush the passer or as a red zone threat asking for a friend to go Cougs?
Done.
He says, done.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
all about it.
There you
and
go.
Also special teams. I think he's a field goal
he's blocking something for sure. He's a stud.
Oh yeah, and if you put him right under the center and just stand up, that's gonna put a lot of pressure on there.
This is all a great idea. This is all phenomenal.
Maybe I was gonna say I don't know if we have any other one. Maybe Watts is a post, deep threat.
He'd be. I like defer to Coach Dicker. He's got great hops.
Oh no,
elite hops, like super fast. You deep corner or a wide receiver.
No. We're not putting him. He's not running over the middle. He's
no, probably not. That's not the best.
Him and Miles. I'm trying to think we had anyone else that liked physical contact. And
does Watts like physicality? You think?
No.
Okay. All right. Just check.
He's about $168, 168 pounds.
Yeah. I just didn't want to assume.
Coach Dicker and I ball the one that likes to roll around in the mud.
Yeah,
this likes to wrestle.
That's been apparent against the. Tell me if this is fair too. To extrapolate, Ruben Chinyelu, when he goes up against a bigger guy like Balo, or Ibekwe, likes the challenge. Like he goes, I'm going to show this guy.
I think it's actually more where they're from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
like which country?
Balo's Mali.
Like he's
so he's established in Nigeria.
Is he really? I don't even.
I know. I always try to hype it up before the game.
It seems to work.
I was like, Nigeria versus Mali tonight.
Yeah.
But now Bona it was pretty tough for him. He did a good job. He was hard for him to handle.
Sure.
I didn't ask Ruben, but I was like, part of the Nigerian culture pretty different to their elders, and like Bona's a year old. I mean, serious. I was like, you got to go at him.
What do you say?
I haven't had that question, but I was wondering because a little bit he's
differential. And
a little bit. Like,
polite.
Very much so. It's like,
interesting.
Don't be polite.
He is a really polite kid.
Oh, he's the best.
He's the nicest kid in the world.
No, he's the best. He's a pleaser. He wants to do well. Said he had three finals this week or 3 midterms or something. I was like, what's going on?
Interesting.
He's all stressed about him. I'm like, I know. That's what makes him great.
Yeah.
He's conscientious.
He's going to love catching balls from John Mateer.
Yes, exactly.
He's going to love it. It's going to be great. Okay, LJ, last week, this is great. There's a picture of a youngster holding a championship trophy on social media. Last week, we asked Coach if he had advice for a Coug playing in a high school state tourney, and he said, Coach said, bear down, do what you've been doing. Well, he did, and they won.
That's big time.
There you go. Question is, do coaches and scouts watch those tourneys in Spokane, Yakima, and Tacoma to find recruits?
We do. It's hard, though, during our season. The state ends too early. And we're playing so well. And, we played, Thursday, and then the state tournament was in Tacoma Friday. And I just told our staff, I said, no, man, we're playing for a championship. Let's not. We need you to practice. Let's lock in on Saturday. And what I didn't. You can actually watch on the computer.
Oh, the state tourneys?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I put them on my TV screen.
That's great.
It's decent. It gives you a little chance to look. It's not the same as looking in person, but Coach Harden was out there to watch the 4As and 3As. But wanted to see the Yakima because we had Pullman in there. I actually hear Coach Rick Smith had to give me the down up 7 with 20 seconds and couldn't get it done. I know that pain. But then he's got my son's one of my son's best friends is a freshman that starts it for it's going to be a good player.
He's tall, isn't he?
Yeah,
I think he was in here.
Cade Rogers is usually here.
Great.
Yeah. His mom's here.
I love it.
Amy, where you at?
There she is. Yeah, love it. Go Greyhounds. Go Greyhounds.
No, I love it. And as everyone knows, we're a big Class B family. My wife was trying to run up to the Class Bs last week in the snow and leave me with the kids.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I normally do. I do most of the work around the house. I watch the kids most of the time. So she can go to Yakima or Spokane, go shopping at Nordstrom's. But, that's just the kind of guy I am.
I'm going to save you. That's
just the kind of guy I am,
Coach
man.
Smith, Katie Smith is here right now. I'm going to save Coach from himself. We're going to take a break. We're going to reset. We're going to emotionally reset. Washington State University would like to thank Crimson and Gray for their continued support of Cougar Athletics. Head to bookstore.com to get the latest in Cougar apparel. That's bkstr.com. We have so many questions on social media. We need to split it up. So we'll do that. We'll take a break. Come back next year live at Zeppo's Talking Ball with Coach.
6:30.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
The passion passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On Pac-12 Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/Pac-12 Sports.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
With the WSU debit card from Giza, it's hard to tell who's supporting who. When the Coug fans use their WSU card, they show off their Coug pride, and donations are made back to Cougar Athletics. But the card supports the Coug fan with big savings by helping them earn 7% APY with Smart Plus checking. So does the card support the Coug fan, or does the Coug fan support the card? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that the WSU card supports Cougar Athletics and your wallet at the same time. Get your WSU card at Giza.com.
Checking account transaction requirements, terms and conditions apply. Checking account annual percent yields range from 0.01 to 7% depending on balance. Minimum balance 17 APY ranges from $0 to $5,000.
Hampton Inn Pullman is just a short drive from the WSU campus. Centrally located to restaurants and shopping, they've got you covered for all your lodging needs. With their spacious rooms, famous Hampton waffles, a cozy outdoor patio, a gift shop for all your Cougar gear needs, and the friendliest staff in town to make you feel right at home. Visit HamptonByHilton.com to reserve a room for your next trip to the Palouse. Coug owned and Coug managed. It matters where you stay. Hampton Inn Pullman, Hilton for the stay.
Have a question for Coach Smith? Send a tweet with your thoughts to Matt Chazanow using the handle @M_Chaz. That's M_CHAZ. Now, back to Zeppos.
Back here live with Coach. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Proud partner of Cougar Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. We're going to get to more questions in just a moment. Luke, fire the music. Let's get to trivia here as we're to the back half of the show. All right, we got 5 questions. Final trivia segment of the year.
Geez.
Question number 1. I love this question. Cougs are ranked 18th in the nation.
Okay.
When's the last time they were ranked this high?
2008.
Correct. Ring them up. Absolutely. Finished the year 17. That was
really?
Yep.
How high? They got pretty high that year.
I don't know how high.
Gosh, I swear I remember getting like top 6.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it was a great team. It was a great team.
I don't know if it was that year or maybe the year before, whatever. I remember I
won a bunch of games in 07, too.
Yeah, or whatever. One of the, I think it was, yeah.
It's awesome. Cougs are 14-5 in pack play. Question number 2. That ties the program record for regular season pack wins. What other years did WSU win that many league games?
83.
Yep, correct.
There's another one?
There's one other one. Yep.
14?
14. Right near 83.
82?
Nope.
1?
You said it. 80. Just 80. Just 80. Yeah.
That's a 1 for 2. Yeah, win.
Yeah. Bring them up. Absolutely. You're good. That's good. That was the Don Collins 80 team, and then the ELO 83
14?
team.
How many teams were in the league?
They were like 14-4. Yeah, it was pack 8. Yeah.
Well, I've only played 14. Or
it was pack 8, right?
There have been 14 games. Now they get, sure, maybe it's pack 10.
I don't think.
They didn't go 14.
When
they didn't go 14.
No, it might have been. I need to check when it.
They didn't go 14-0. I think it's probably.
No, 14-4.
Yeah.
So
it was pack 10.
It probably was. Gosh,
for sure, it had to be.
League started in 68, and then okay. Question number 3.
Yeah.
Cougs have won 23 regular season games. That's the 3rd most in school history. It's happened 4 other times.
Wow.
What 2 coaches are responsible for those 4 other times?
I'm going to say that's George Raveling.
No.
What? Tony?
Yes, that is correct.
23?
Yeah.
Was it Jack Friel?
Yes, that is correct. Yep, Jack Friel. Got it. Nailed it. By the way, the Pac 8 became the Pac 10 in 78.
Yeah.
So you are correct. Yes. Tony Bennett, Jack Friel. And it's just a lot of wins. So it's fantastic. So it's happened. There are 3 coaches now that have done it. All right. You, Bennett, Friel. Question number 4.
How many won 15?
15
league wins.
Never happened before. Just so you know. That's never happened. Never happened. Absolutely. That's what's on the line. It is. The record is on the line. Question number 4. What year did WSU win 25 regular season games, and how did that year end? What is the 25? And what is the conclusion? You won something.
Did we win an NIT?
Well, there was no NIT.
Oh, it's the whatever you call it.
1941, 1917.
Oh, it's 1917.
Just because
that was 25.
That's the natty. That's the natty bit. That was 25.
That's the national.
So they won 25, and then they the modern era record's 24. That was 07.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and this is your random, non-sports deal. In the Computer History Museum in Mountain View, California.
Brutal.
What year was the first personal computer invented?
1972.
Well, it's really close. Great 70. That's a great guess.
Dang it.
It is the Kenback 1. The Kenback Corporation in 1970 made the first PC, and this made me think of. I was looking at KenPom, and I was actually on with IT, and I was like, when did this start? When did we start going down this road? 1970.
That's. My dad was selling computers around 1975.
It was a good thing to sell. Yeah, that's great.
He did well.
Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. Broadcast, shout out to Gary, by the way. We love Gary.
I don't know if he listens.
That's okay. Shout him out anyway.
Yeah, he's fine.
Broadcast is brought to you by McDonald's. Order ahead in the McDonald's app to save time and score 20 chicken McNuggets and 2 medium fries for only $10.99 every Coug game day. We'll take a break, come back. We've got more questions loaded up on social media here. Cougs take on the Huskies on Thursday.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of Washington State Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more college and pro sports, shows, movies, and news on over 350 live TV channels. Stream it live on your TV, phone, and other devices. No cable required. The best part? You can try Fubo free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FuboTV.com.
A lot goes into Washington State athletes reaching peak performance for game day, including the right nutrition. At Wilbur Ellis, we know that healthy crop performance requires the same attention to nutrition as an athlete. That's why we use benchmark data points to maximize crop productivity through nutrient efficiency. For 100 years, family-owned Wilbur Ellis has been partnering with Washington's farmers to grow healthier crops. That is the winning ag experience for Cougar Nation, locally provided by Wilbur Ellis.
You're listening to Cougar Basketball on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
This Cougar football tailgating moment is brought to you by Canoe Ridge Vineyards, proud partner of Washington State University Athletics. Smart Cougar tailgaters know to pair award-winning Canoe Ridge wines with a crowd-pleasing pregame meal. Your mealtime roster will score big points with Canoe Ridge wines backing it up. Canoe Ridge Vineyards, representing the best of award-winning Washington wines with more than 85 critical scores of 90-plus points. Visit them at their Walla Walla tasting room or at canoeridgevineyard.com. Go Cougs!
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step.
No. Back here live at Zeppo's. We're talking ball with Coach Smith as we get set for the Cougs and the Huskies. And we've got so many questions here on social media. You may not want to answer this question, but I want to ask this question.
Sure.
I'm excited to ask this question.
Right.
You may not want to answer this question.
As long as I can just say no comment.
Yeah, for sure. Right. For sure you can if you want to. Snohomish Coug. Is there one thing that needs to go right in the NCAA tournament for a deep run? What would that be?
Stay healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone this time of year, stay healthy, you got a chance. I mean, I got a little anecdote for that one. So.
Please.
And we're not mentioning what postseason tournament are until we're officially whatever.
That's why I was wondering if you want to.
I feel pretty confident.
You should feel pretty confident.
I do feel pretty confident.
Yes.
But, so, Miles, just to tell you what kind of guys we have on our team, where they're, like I said, they're believers. So about 6 weeks ago, said something about, hey, man, we're doing well. We got to keep it going. He goes, man, I've been praying for it. I said, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I go, what are you praying for exactly? He goes, Final Four.
Let's go.
I said, I love it. I said, which is great. I said, we got to get in the tournament. You can't be in the. You don't get to the Final Four unless you're in. So let's start. Let's get to that one. We got to get in. So but then you really anything can, like especially Florida Atlantic and
George Mason, Virginia Commonwealth, Florida Atlantic.
I just think even more so.
Elite Eight Beavers. Come on now.
I just think more so. The climate's shit. Like, here's all you need to know. Missouri made the tournament last year.
Yeah.
It's a good coach.
Yeah.
Turning.
Dennis Gates, yeah.
Hasn't won a league game.
No, they're struggling. Yeah, they're having a hard time this year.
So, it's like I said, it's poker. And this last spring, bad flop for him and no good.
You'll be happy to know. And Katie Smith, your wife, will appreciate this as well. At some point over the last 2 weeks, my wife had enough.
Yeah.
Couldn't take it anymore.
Good.
She's blocked off the Final Four for tickets with her boss. She goes to her boss. She goes, hey, I can't. I've seen it. I've seen enough.
I love it.
We're calling it. If the Cougs are in Glendale, Phoenix.
Let's go.
I'm going. Her boss is like, yeah, you can do it. Okay.
That's great.
Jennifer Delzer, can you discuss the most significant improvements by players during the season so far? Maybe something some folks wouldn't notice.
That's a great. I'd just say, like, Miles, it's amazing how much he's improved over the year. I don't know if that's recognizable because he's so fast and he jumps out at you. But I'll go back to the Mississippi State game, which we played pretty well, but he was 0 assists, 6 turnovers. He scored 20 points.
Yeah.
And his assist to turnovers really improved. He was loose with the ball against USC, but he had 8 assists. He was 8 assists, 6 turnovers, and can flip it around. And for a first-year guy going through a gauntlet of good point guards down the stretch here, it's been ridiculous. And to keep winning is pretty amazing. And I said that about, we'll be as good as he gets. And it's been pretty impressive.
Let's see. This gentleman, Chris Lund. Coach, my wife and I flew up from Sacramento for the weekend for the games, and we're thrilled to be in Beasley. What does it feel like to have captured the imagination of this fan base, realize there's no ceiling?
It feels great. It's a little surreal. I got to be honest. Like I said, I was looking forward to this season. Like, just, hey, if we can get ourselves in position, we're going to have a good home run here, and let's see what happens. And it's been great, and the outpouring's been great, and there's been more people. I've run into people. Hey, for Seattle, I flew over just for the games, and it's been neat. So keep it coming.
Isaiah Watts fan. Who would win, Niagara Falls or 100 billion paper towel rolls?
Oh, wow. Niagara Falls.
Great.
It's Niagara Falls. It's a blowout. That pressure is...
It's a stupid but great question.
Yeah, that's a lot of paper towels, though. I have to admit. That'd be
How many rolls is that? It's a lot.
That's a tough one. That's going to be, they're going to expand.
I don't know why
it's going to be, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, Isaiah Watts fans nuts.
Would you rather, people are on fire right now. Thomas, hey, Coach, would you rather fight 100 goose-sized horses?
Goose-sized, what?
Yeah, or one horse-sized goose. Go Cougs.
Goose-sized horses or horse-sized
It's a highbrow show. It's profound.
I want the...
Great.
I want the goose-sized horse. I'd kick the crap out of the goose-sized horse. Done. No doubt. That's a no-brainer. Goose-sized horse.
That's good. I'm glad we ironed that out. We'll take our final break.
Yeah.
Come back.
That's about the size of a small lab.
Live here at
It's like a small lab. You can take out a lab.
Nothing works up an appetite like cheering for your Cougs on game day. So why not cheer them on at Northern Quest with an impressive roster of restaurants and lounges? You can tackle the menu at Epic and catch every play on the 10 by 30-foot screen. Or grab a steak at Maslow's, a fine cigar at Legends of Fire, even a burger from Fat Burger. For your inner linebacker. See more at northernquest.com. Go Cougs!
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
You're listening to the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Welcome back to the show. Time now to look ahead at this week's game with the Coors Light Opponent Preview. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
Back here live, talking ball with Coach Smith. We've got like 90 seconds. You'll hear the fight song soon. It's the opponent preview segment. Classic game against the Huskies. I mean, it was a 24 lead changes in the ball game. It was incredible.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. I can't wait for it. Can't wait for the atmosphere on Thursday.
It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be great.
It's that time of year. It's just about playing. Like, both teams know enough about each other, and a lot of good players. They're really skilled and fast and fun to watch, and we can be too. So
it's awesome.
It'll be fun.
From football to now, I want to thank everybody who comes here to every show.
Yes,
thank you guys. This is our last show. It's like family. It's like a weekly family. And to Zeppos, because Zeppos does such a great job. Thank you guys so much. Jared Brent-Guber has been here every show behind the camera. Jerry Kylo gets us wired up. Coach, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So much fun.
That's right.
Thanks for listening. Thursday, Cougs Huskies. What a year it's been. What a year it's been. Go Cougs.
What do we have to do to sell that? How many to sell it out?
11-7, I think.
11-7. Let's go.
Something like that.
We need 11,700 on Thursday. Let's go.